Caroline Pham joins the show now. So excited to have her. She is the Chief Legal Officer and Chief Administrative Officer at MoonPay. She joins us down here on the trading floor of the big board. Thank you for being here and a very Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. It's so great to be here.
Caroline, can we start first and foremost? What are you hoping to achieve in your new role with MoonPay?
Well, what's really exciting about starting at MoonPay is that MoonPay is the most trusted infrastructure partner. It's a global value network, and I think as we see increased institutional adoption in crypto and blockchain technology for 2026, it's going to be really key that you have those partners that understand how to scale responsibly and be compliant, especially with KYC, AML, and other important protections.
Do you have an outlook for increased institutional adoption for crypto in the new year?
Oh yes, 100%. So institutions have been working on blockchain technology and tokenization and crypto as an asset class since at least 2017, sometimes even 2016. I started working on it in 2017, 2018 when I was at Citi. And so you've had the proofs of concept, you've had the pilots. All of these institutions, from the biggest banks to asset managers to exchanges and clearinghouses, have already been, for almost the last 10 years, working on tokenization and this technology. So now, with regulatory clarity over the past year, from the White House crypto report, which laid out the US policy roadmap, to my efforts at the CFTC when I was acting chairman with the crypto sprint, and the SEC Chairman Atkins' efforts with Project Crypto, you are now seeing that all come together this year for institutional adoption.
Caroline, what do you think will most separate crypto companies that scale versus those that may stall and have a little bit more difficulty scaling in this new look environment?
So it is always product market fit, but with crypto, as with any emerging area where there's risks and there's a lot of uncertainty, it is going to be those who understand how to be regulatory compliant, who don't fight this idea that you do need to have protections against illicit finance, and who know how to, again, be that trusted infrastructure partner to regulated institutions, to be that brand of safety and trust for consumers. That's what's really going to differentiate. So if you're able to understand how to adapt to this environment to ensure you have product market fit and you're safe with the right governance, controls, and compliance in place, that's the winning formula.
What does the right governance look like? What does strong governance look like for the space? Undoubtedly, 2025, a ton of new momentum was put into the space, and rules of the road were changed, and everyone I've spoken to said a very favorable way, but I'd imagine strong governance is something you're probably the ultimate pro to talk about.
Thank you, I really appreciate that. So what I think really differentiates it, right, is that people used to think that you needed to break everything and have completely new rules for crypto and for blockchain technology, and that's not true. I mean, we're here at the New York Stock Exchange. When we went from paper tickets, right, to electronic screens and now to digitalization and tokenization, we didn't throw all the rules out of the road, out of the window, right? We have just rules of the road that are clear by understanding how you take securities laws, for example, and apply it to tokenized securities instrument. It's just a different format from paper to electronic to now digital. So it's the same thing. If you are able to think about the existing rules, how to apply them to the new technology, not throwing it out of the window, but just understanding how to apply it, that's the difference. And that's exactly what the regulators did last year. What I did at the CFTC and what the SEC did was to show you how you could take the existing laws and rules, use innovation exemptions, and use more flexible interpretations to take the rules that work for securities exchanges and futures exchanges and apply it to crypto as an asset class, and most importantly for tokenization and blockchain technology. That infrastructure, it doesn't change. The rules are technology neutral.
Sure. I was a Capitol Hill reporter at a time when members of Congress of both parties were really starting to learn what blockchain technology and cryptocurrency was. I think that conversation has really changed a lot since when I started down there in 2017. I wonder, from where you're situated, are there things policymakers may still slightly not understand or not quite get right about the crypto space?
Sure. I think this idea, again, thinking that crypto is breaking all the rules or that you need to start fresh, that's not true. You take what works, you use what works, and you scale from there. And so that's why, for example, with my leveraged spot crypto initiative when I was acting chairman, we took crypto as an asset class and put that on futures exchanges. It's worked for 100 years. It's the same thing with securities exchanges, right? Those rules have the best for investor protection, for liquidity, for capital efficiency, and most importantly for institutions. They're already plugged in. They have the policies and procedures, they have the governance, they have the compliance, and they have the risk management to use those established platforms. So I think 2026 not only being about institutional adoption, but it's about having choice. It's the choice to decide if you want to use your existing framework with state laws, or hopefully with market structure legislation having a new unified federal regime, or using the existing regime with the appropriate exemptions and interpretation. So you have the choice. You can use futures or securities exchanges, you could use potentially new platforms under the market structure legislation, or you can use your existing state platforms. It's about choice and access to markets.
Caroline, I wish I can continue with the interview. Unfortunately, I have to toss a brace. That's all the time we have. Happy New Year. Congratulations on an amazing tenure at the CFTC. Congratulations on the new role with MoonPay as well, and thanks for being here.
Thank you. It's great.